Training myself,
I think that's only 25.
Richard.
That's a really smart guy.
You can land a spot on the cruise road. But you can park on that table right here.
This table is these are the smart people. Like I was talking to Dr. Singer there, and he's like, I realized I hated biology. I didn't tell him this. I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm talking the same experience when I was in
Do you have one of those? One goes back up. They're awesome. They're so good.
Use your teacher voice.
Yeah, the clip, the pen. I discovered the power of electronic pens. I use like a story. Not everybody has that. Oh, you can just sweat it, so you just have to.
I do love it.
Look at those results. Yeah.
Brad asked what seat the team was. Brad said, this is
So how's your world?
Should we get what's going on?
Good afternoon. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Kimberly. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs. So welcome to Williston State College this afternoon. Chancellor Hagerod, members of the North Dakota State Board of Higher Ed, distinguished guests, members of faculty, students, staff, neighbors, and friends of Williston State College, welcome to this special occasion marking the installation of Williston State College's 5th President, Dr. Bernell Hirning. Inaugurations provide a unique opportunity to look at our past while looking forward to our future. I want to thank everybody for joining us today in this celebration. Williston State College does have a land acknowledgement, and I'd like to read that now. We collectively acknowledge that we gather at WSC on the traditional lands of the MHA Nation, Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa Indians, and Assiniboine, in addition to many diverse Indigenous peoples still connected to the lands. With gratitude, we honor the Indigenous peoples who have walked these lands throughout generations. We will continue to build strong, mutual beneficial, trusting relationships with Indigenous peoples of our region and with the First Nations of the state of North Dakota. And with that, I will turn it over to Mr. Burke.
Thank you, Kim. For those who I have not met, my name is Hunter Burke. I'm the Executive Director of the Williston State College Foundation. And if you live here or are visiting here, welcome to Williston State College. Hope you come back often and check out all that our college has to offer. Today we celebrate Dr. Hirning as our 5th president of Williston State College. And it was during our presidential search that it was filled with great excitement because we got to learn more and more about Dr. Hirning, a North Dakota native, an alumni of then UND Williston, a Teton. And it felt so good to, as the process played out, feel like Dr. Hirning was one of us. And it's with great excitement today that we're here in front of you welcoming him in public, in a formal process, and celebrating his inauguration as our president. So much of our cherished history, our great former faculty and staff, and all that they have built over the years has has not had to be relearned or learned by Dr. Hirning, because he was here as an alumni and experienced that great faculty and staff caring as a student. And so we think that he's got a leg up, knowing that all the great things that we once had are still here and can only get better and better. So Dr. Hirning, we hope that this is sort of a welcome home. On behalf of the Williston State College Foundation Board of Directors, we look forward to working with you, Dr. Hirning. And as always, thank you to everyone in the room for coming to our campus and always, always supporting Williston State College. Thank you.
Thank you for coming today to this historical event of the inauguration of Williston State College's 5th president. My name is Kim Wiseman. I'm the Faculty Senate President, and I'm speaking to you on behalf of the faculty today. We appreciate you all supporting the college by showing up today. In the 60 years that Williston State has been in the Williston community, it has been a pillar in the community in a variety of different ways. One reason WSC is so wonderful is because of the people who work here and our students who come here to pursue their educational career, be it transfer or career and technical education. Leading an institution is a task that takes commitment, drive, passion, and determination. Williston State College needs a leader to overcome obstacles such as economic challenges, national enrollment trends, and other challenges that have yet to come our way. We wish Dr. Hirning the best in his pursuit to meet the challenges of helping WSC continue to be a pillar in the Williston community and in Northwest North Dakota. Once again, thank you all for coming today, and up next to speak is Christina Kitchens, who's speaking on behalf of the Staff Senate.
Welcome and thank you all for coming. This is an exciting time for Williston State College. As the Staff Senate President, I feel I speak for all of us when I say Williston State College is our home and we welcome you to it. We are excited to begin a new chapter here at Williston State College. We are a small but passionate community on campus, and having members of the Williston community here shows how important Williston State College is to the community and how vital the community of Williston is to Williston State College. Dr. Hirning, we wish you nothing but the best as our new fearless leader. It's going to take a lot to rein us all in, but your dedication and willingness to roll up your sleeves and get things done will serve us all well. Again, welcome everybody and enjoy this wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Howard Klug. I'm the mayor of the city of Williston, and it's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Hirning because we've always had a great relationship with the residents of this college. And we're looking forward to a lot of good things happening right off the bat. Williston and Williams County, we're going to invest over $1 million in daycare right here on this campus, and that's coming in the next year. We're real excited about what's happening here at Training D and what they're doing for the citizens of Williston. And Dr. Hirning was telling a story yesterday, and I hope he relates that later on in his address. Okay, it's good stuff. So I'm waiting for that to come up. And we're working with Training D. The Star Fund has always supported Training D because we know what that gives back to the community. And thousands of people that go there and train and then become productive members of the region. The other thing is the park is built on this campus too, and it attracts a lot of people from outside this area, a lot of track meets, a lot of swimming meets, a lot of things like that. And this all comes to what I say all the time is that I want Williston to be the center of a region. And the Northwest region, Northeast Montana, that's the same thing that's happening here at Williston State College. It's not Williston State College in my mind. It's the North Regional State College. I wish I could come up with a better name for it, but the people that it attracts here and the things that they're doing here is just great stuff. You know, they've become the go-to place in the city of Williston, whether it's the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the I Make Woods festivals with trees. Also, next August, we're going to be showcase of the whole country when the Babe Ruth World Series has their opening banquet right here. And Williston State College will be mentioned far and wide. And that's all good stuff. And other things, you know, that happen here at the marketplace for kids, the regional science fairs, the job fairs, the basketball tournaments, it makes it a regional center. And with what we're doing here in the city of Williston, redesigning Williston Square, bringing healthcare, different healthcare, additional healthcare to the city of Williston, and that is going to also play heavily into what's going on here at the college. I'm just real excited that we have a new president that's going to bring in new ideas, looking forward for the city of Williston and the whole region to work with our new president of the Regional State College. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Bernell Hirning. I represent the community of Watford City. I'm a huge advocate of Williston State College and trained MD, and I serve on about 100 different boards, one of which is Gail's Nursing Advisory Board, which I'm grateful to be on, and Kennedy's Train MD Board, as well as the Governor's Workforce Council. So very involved and very focused and very interested and motivated to do great things for North Dakota. Part of our responsibility, I guess, or what we see from Watford City is just our obligation to, from a community standpoint, to help facilitate community integration for Dr. Hirning. I think it's important to leverage opportunities to help him connect and build relationships so he can hit the road running. Before he even started at Williston State College, I found his inbox and I sent him a message and I congratulated him on being selected as the next president of Williston State College, but I also invited him to the Bakken Cook Fest in Arningard. It was a day of creative thought, innovation, and importance of working together to achieve great things, exciting times ahead. My favorite part of that event was the hospitality and welcome that Dr. Hirning received from the North Dakota Petroleum Council President Ron Ness, Kathy Nessett, Congressman Kelly Armstrong, Lieutenant Governor Brent Sanford, and many other community and industry leaders. They were all very cordial and excited about Dr. Hirning. In addition to that, we have a ton of other great things to look forward to. The new hospital in Williston, Vantas, $48 million of investment in the region for a beyond line of sight drone network for our region that will impact both Williston and Watford City. Announced yesterday, North Dakota Development Fund to support a $2.8 billion gas to liquid plant in Williams County. Congratulations. Department of Commerce, I can't even keep track of the number, 15 to 25 billion in the pipeline for potential new statewide opportunities. That's fantastic. As your friend and neighbor from Watford City, one of our priorities right now is new position for the great things ahead is to build our Bakken Area Skills Center. Our mission is to work with students as well as allow for training for incumbent workers throughout the Bakken region. We submitted our application recently in pursuit of the max match. We are optimistic and hopeful that we'll hear great news soon, but we can't do it alone. Bismarck has Bismarck State College. Dickinson will have Dickinson State. We need Williston State College. Dr. Hirning has taken the time to meet our community leaders, and he's attended multiple meetings and he's asked a lot of great questions. If I was to summarize the outcome of that collaborative exercise, I would say that Dr. Hirning has seen an opportunity to grow Williston State College, align the region, and also help us advance our workforce and our community. We're excited that we've received a letter of support for Dr. Hirning at Williston State College, and we're grateful for the chance to work and grow together. I want to leave you with this. I'm a member of the Vision West organization, a consortium of leaders that represent the 19 energy-producing counties in western North Dakota to include oil and gas, wind, coal, etc. I also have an ambassador program with the high school kids in Watford City. I have a plethora of students who are interested in doing great things for our community in pursuit of purpose and helping one another. We just recently had a Vision West meeting at Medora, and I had 8 students there from my bachelor program. Also in attendance at that meeting was Dr. Hirning. I sat there and observed Dr. Hirning throughout the day, as he was also warmly welcomed at that organization with all those leaders, but I saw him engage and interact with our high school students. I didn't get a chance to visit with our students about that interaction, but on an ambassador project that we were doing in the elementary schools last week, I approached Savannah Olson, a junior, president of the FAA in Watford City. I asked Savannah, I said, Savannah, tell me about your interaction with Dr. Hirning. She said, oh my God, it was fantastic. I said, what did you talk about? She said, well, he's just finding out things about me, and I'm from the area, and asked me about the activities that I was involved in. I shared with him that I was in FFA, and he shared with me that he too, back in the day, was also in FFA. And I asked her, I said, so let me just ask you a simple question, Savannah, did you like him? She goes, absolutely. And I said, what did you like about him? And she said, he's relatable. I found that we had similar common interests, and I was just moved by the conversation that we had, and I said, what else? And she said that he is approachable. So I don't know how you would want a president to be described, but I think from a high school student, approachable and relatable are very key components that I think are important. So I would like to commend Dr. Hirning for making an impact and an impression on what I see to be our most important asset, our youth. So thank you for that, Dr. Hirning. And with that, I'll leave you with this. Welcome home.
Thank you. That was great. And thank you for those who have spoken. Dr. Hirning and the Williston State community and family that's here today, it is with great pleasure that I bring greetings and congratulations from the State Board of High Credit. All of us who are in Western North Dakota, we have our list of our favorite Teddy Roosevelt quotes, don't we? We've been to Medora plenty of times. We have that list. And there's a quote that I'd like us to consider today that seems appropriate. I guess some of you know it by heart. It starts with, it is not the critic who counts. No, the credit belongs to the person, the man, the woman, who is actually in the arena. So here's the question for us to ask ourselves today. What does it mean for us to be in the arena at Williston State College during this season? And might I add, a season that is somewhat unprecedented and unpredictable at times. What does it mean for us to be in the arena? And I have 3 ideas to share today. First idea is collaboration. Williston State College, where the people make the difference. That is your DNA. And as we're moving forward, it is indeed people coming together in the arena who are going to continue to build on the legacy of leadership that Williston State College has already developed. Collaboration. Character. It can be easy during times of rapid movement, Williston knows this, to both cut the corners as well as to be the critic. It's the easy road to take. I'm not certain how many of you have went to the Article 8 of the North Dakota Constitution recently. It's the section that deals with education. And here's how the preamble starts. It says, a high degree of intelligence, patriotism, integrity, and morality on the part of every voter in a government by the people. That's start to the preamble catches me. A high degree of intelligence. I think we got that one handled. Patriotism, integrity, morality. To deliver value to our students, to our constituents, to the citizens of North Dakota, character is essential. The third idea for us to consider to be in the arena is confidence. I don't know about you, but periodically there's something happens that shakes and rattles my confidence. Sometimes it's a headline, other times it's a rumor, but there's something that just kind of defocuses me and gets me off track, and I need to work to be in the arena. And at those times, when I'm having to work, this is the question that I ask myself. Danita, what might you do to make a positive impact right now? Right now with the student you're working with, right now with the team that you're working on, right now with the problem that you're working on. What can you do right now? And I submit that's a great question for us to ask as we continue to go through the shifts and the changes that are just happening in this world and in this region, and when we feel like we're losing control. It's a time for everybody on the team to ask what we might do to make a positive impact. So as I think about being in the arena for Williston State College, there's collaboration, there's character, and there's confidence. In my conversations with Dr. Hirning, I see an educational leader who is in the arena. He is one of us. North Dakotans know how to be in the arena. And as I've talked with people in the community and people who are on staff here and faculty and students, I hear people who are in the arena. And what that means is that I will, and we as a community will continue to hear great stories and to see the transformational results of a Williston State College where people are making the difference. Because each of us is committed to make a positive impact and to stay in the arena. So with that, congratulations and welcome, Dr. Hirning.
It's hard to follow my boss like that. I'll give it a try. I'm Chancellor Mark Hagerod. I just want to thank you so much for just being a wonderful place for the epicenter of wealth creation for our state. As I've seen the budgets, Mayor, and this place could use any extra money we have in this state. So he was very modest earlier about that. We're all team players, but we really do recognize Williston is the actual beating heart of money that we can help prepare for future generations, including this $2.8 billion petrochemical complex. But Williston was important for my own family. My mother's family came from the Williston boom of the 50s, so I wouldn't be here today if we hadn't discovered that oil. Well, my main function here is to just officially induct you into the cabinet. But what you want to be sure to know is how important Dr. Hirning has been already. Only 3 months into the job, not just only learning you all and finding out what you've done here, but as a member of the 12-member cabinet we've been in a race from
on-campus system. And each of the presidents has huge responsibilities. They're all different, by the way, just so you know. It's amazing. Every time I write an article, these 11 presidents, and Jerry Winkler's here, he came down really very good. And, you know, just comes down just to say hi. But, you know, we could put a football team together, but they're a lot bigger than I am, so I don't know if I want to be on the field with these guys. But just a great group of people who are looking forward to joining the cabinet in this incredibly changing time. But my main function here is to induct you in. And, you know, we sometimes wear gowns of these, but thank you, Williston, for being one place that doesn't require gowns, by the way. There's other campuses that have gowns, and it's really awkward. But we do have a medallion, which is symbolic, going back to the Middle Ages. So Dr. Hirning, as you know, been installed as the president, present you with this medallion, symbolic to our place.
Before we begin, Mayor Klug, were you talking about the student example that I used yesterday? Okay. That's what I thought. I didn't have it in here, but I'm going to put it in here. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful campus of Williston State College. I'm truly honored to stand before you today as the 5th president in the history of this college. To past presidents Stevens, McCann, Nadolny, and Miller, I am truly grateful for the foundation they have laid for this college to be successful. As I travel throughout the region in the state of North Dakota, meeting people from all walks of life, I find myself speaking proudly of the beauty that is Williston State College. Recently, while raving about the college in a conversation with a colleague, they said to me, "You sound biased." And I looked at them, and I nodded, and I smiled, and I said, "Possibly so, but I'm also honest." As I assembled my remarks for today, I thought back to the numerous investitures that I've attended for new presidents at colleges and universities while in California for almost 20 years. And I was seeking a common thread that I could use in my remarks, but everyone was different. But there was one theme that was consistent from one to the other, and it was that each new president found a moment to give thanks to those that had made an impact leading up to the role as the new president, and also during the time that they had been the new president. For me personally, I find great value in observing others and learning from others, and developing my leadership style accordingly. That being true, I quickly realized that to create a list and thank the people that have made an impact would be several hundred people long and would take hours to recite. So in the interest of avoiding the danger of having my executive assistant, Janae, give me the old gong show hook for speaking too long, please allow me to give the Cliff Notes version of such a list, with a preface of apology to anyone that did not make today's list that I'm about to provide. First, allow me to say thank you to the Presidential Interview Committee, led by co-chairs Kathleen Nessett and Kim Ray, that selected me as a finalist for this president position. Next, to the North Dakota University Systems State Board of Higher Education, thank you for the honor you have bestowed upon me to lead Williston State College, and for board member Danita Bai's attendance and words today. Next, to the North Dakota University System, Chancellor Hegerath and his entire staff for their ongoing support that they provide for me and the college's faculty and staff. Thank you, sir. To my fellow presidents, and at the other 10 colleges and universities in North Dakota, I appreciate how each of you have embraced and welcomed me into the systems leadership group. Your mentorship, collaboration, and kindness is priceless. The Williston Mayor, Howard Klug, David Twan and Sean Winkle, and the entire team from the City of Williston. A lot of exciting partnership opportunities and initiatives lie ahead in our future. To the wonderful connections in Watford City and McKenzie County, Dr. Holland at the school district, Daniel Stenberg at Economic Development, and Patrick Bertaglione at the Rough Rider Center. One of these days I'm going to pronounce that name right. My apologies. With Watford City, also many exciting initiatives lie ahead for us too. To the local Williston media that have welcomed me these first few months, from John Cole and Michael Anthony at KUMB covering Teton Sports and News, to Tom Simon from Williston Trending Topics, and our weekly Thursday morning radio conversations that we have, and his live broadcast of all Teton athletic events. To Robin Travers and our monthly Teton Talk on 660 Keys Radio, that is the first Tuesday of every month. And to the staff of the Williston Herald, thank you all for the great work that you do. To the faculty, staff, and students of Williston State College, my appreciation to each of you for embracing me as your next campus president. Whether it's the semi-monthly executive cabinet meetings, where most of the heavy lifting of decision-making at the college is done, or a volleyball game, where we watch the student body and community come together in a loud and raucous cheering atmosphere. And those of you that have been to a volleyball game know exactly what I'm talking about. It's quite an environment that we have at those games. Or if it's just a casual conversation about life around the water cooler or in the hallways. How else would I have learned the following? That Professor Ken Kwame owns a farm a half hour from the farm that I own. Or that student finance specialist Christina Kitchens is a pro at cornhole tournaments. Or that Professor Lance Olson is a beast when it comes to noon ball on the basketball court in this SCAD gymnasium. Or that Vice President Kim Ray, you know exactly where I'm going, don't you? That Vice President Kim Ray and I share a common quest for perfectly straight lines in our lawns during lawn mowing season. And finally, or that Campus Services Manager, Clay Spoonable, is actually an expert in 92 different occupations. So in short, every day is different, every day is rewarding, and every day is making a difference in the lives of our faculty, our staff, and our students. That is why Williston State College's motto is, where the people make the difference. Next, I'd be remiss if I did not mention this lady. In a few short months, she has become my right hand, my left hand, and if I had more hands, she'd probably be those two, Miss Janae Hunter. Miss Hunter. Ms. Hunter, your kindness, your patience, your helpfulness, and your tolerance of my never-ending requests is truly this new president's dream come true. I am so grateful that you were in the office of the president when I arrived. I couldn't think of a better person to lead the day-to-day operations of the office of the president at Williston State College. Thank you. And lastly, to my family. While the number of immediate family members I have remaining on this earth is quite small, I do have a few. Both sets of my grandparents, my father Harold, my mother Bertha, and younger brother Scotty have passed on. But I do have a few family members remaining. To my older brother Bernell and his friend Esther Johnson, thank you for being here today. I also have 2 grown daughters living in Omaha, Nebraska that surprised me today and came unexpectedly to this event. They are Christy and Brittany. And Brittany also has husband Ryan. Christy was actually born in the hospital here in Williston in 1984. My daughters have provided me the joy of 6 grandsons. Jonathan, Jackson, and twins Alexander and Bradley belong to Brittany, and Thomas and Ryan belong to Christy. Oh, Thomas and Evan. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Thomas and Evan belong to Christy. I am so proud of how successful my 2 daughters have been in their lives and in their careers, and how carefully they have raised their boys to become handsome and talented young men. I love them all dearly. In closing, please allow me to share a few thoughts about my life's journey that brought me to this podium today. My journey started on a farm near Mott, North Dakota, as a farm kid that spoke German better than English when he started first grade. I was also the farm kid that took a lunchbox to school every day. And in that lunchbox, almost every single day, was the most delicious, homemade, German summer sausage sandwich you had ever tasted in your life, because it was made at home. That kid soon became a high school senior that had no idea where to go to college, or even if he should go to college. Until he met, some of you have heard this before, Phil Raybon in the lobby of Stevens Hall, when it's now called Stevens Hall, back in the spring of 1983. After UND Williston, this North Dakota farm kid completed a bachelor's degree at Minot State University, taught business and coached basketball at Turtle Lake Mercer High School, returned back to Minot State to earn a master's degree, served as assistant professor of business at Mabel State University, served as a university administrator for a private university in California, and finally was hired as the president of Williston State College. During times of reflection, when I replay this journey in my mind, I find that I need to pinch myself to make sure that this really happened. And I don't share that to boast or brag about what I've accomplished. I say it as an example of encouragement to anyone of any age that finds themselves standing at a crossroads in life. Not quite sure which direction to take. For those individuals, I would encourage them to find a person in their family tree or circle of friends that can serve as an inspiration to reach for the next level. For me, it was my grandfather, Jacob Hirning. He was an incredibly hardworking man who always found time to help others, treated everyone with kindness and respect, and was viewed by all that came in contact mention how many times he beat me horribly at our favorite game of checkers. He was the master at checkers. So as I continue my journey forward as your leader at Williston State College, it is my commitment to every faculty, staff, and student that the values I observed and learned from my grandfather Hirning will guide me each and every day. And I will close with the story that Mayor Klug had alluded to earlier. One of the greatest things about Williston State College is the difference that's made in the lives of the students. And part of that is the division called Train ND. There was a student that came to Train ND during the pandemic. He wanted to become a CDL driver. He had saved up his unemployment money so he could come to school and get a CDL license. But he didn't have enough money. So Kenley Neverker, the director at Train ND, got together with Hunter Burke, the foundation director, and the foundation provided the additional dollars needed in the form of a scholarship to help this young man go to CDL school. 2 days after he finished his CDL training, he signed a contract with a company in the area for over 6 figures. That's why Williston State College is amazing. Those type of stories are all over the place. And faculty and staff, together we will continue to build those type of stories. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Success is never final, failure is never fatal, but it's courage that truly counts. This famous quote has been used over many eras to embolden us to always work hard and to go through life's path with courage. We live in an area of the world that has been forged in courage. Our monuments project, which if you're visiting or haven't been here long enough to take a quick walk on the west side of campus, is truly indicative of people who have come before us and have truly, truly lived with courage and given us what we have today. From the Native Americans who were predecessors of ours, who survived on and cared so much for this land that we are on. From Lewis and Clark, who explored this area with truly undaunted courage. To our nation's veterans who have fought so hard to give us the freedom we have to be on this stage at this event today. To the homesteaders who created the farming and ranching, hard work ethic that we all live by today. And to the long ago wildcatters who search for the oil underneath our surface, who have given us such great prosperity in our region. We will succeed. We will very likely fail as well. But here's hoping that we all have the courage to help lead Williston State College going forward alongside and with Dr. Hirning. Here's hoping that Dr. Hirning has the courage to lead our great college into our next chapter. And here's hoping that we all continue to follow the examples of so many that have come before us to work hard, work together in helping our college always be that place where the people make the difference. Have a great rest of your day. I was told to make sure that everybody knows to eat right after we conclude. And we really thank you for being here on this great day, Presidential Inauguration of Dr. Bernell Hirning.